Just off straight here, the wrong angle. It's going to make the next positional shot a little bit awkward. Oh, we got through it beautifully. And we know the black is available into both corners, nicely on this red for the black in the opposite corner.
70.
Of course, that's the problem. When you make a mistake, okay, Ali Carter, unlucky, but you leave your opponent in at this end of the table with an easy starter. Could very well cost you the frame.
24. $25.
I think in the semi-final, the Carter-Maguire, a lot of the mistakes Carter made, he didn't get punished in one visit by Maguire. I don't think that'll be the case in these 2 days.
$32. $33.
Just checking to see if this red passes a pink into the same pocket as the black. Just as easy to play for it in the right middle. He just wants to come high on the black, he doesn't want to come low.
40. $41.
This black, and there's two more reds in the open. If he takes black, so those, he's going to leave himself 58 up with 59 on the table. Well, he just pushed one red in an awkward position.
Yeah, he was forced into it, wasn't he? He needed to be a little
48.
straighter on the black, so you wouldn't think it'd cause a problem, because in potting his red he should get a good angle on the black.
Yeah, we want him to leave himself a half ball cut on the black. That looks just about perfect there. Screw into and try and develop a red here. Just caught the red too full, wanted to catch that red half ball.
56.
Yeah, maybe if he was a little bit straighter he'd try to cannon into the three reds together, but it boils down to the fact that he's 50 points in front, but there's still 67 remaining. So it doesn't look as though Ronnie's going to win the frame at this visit. Well, is he considering taking this red on? I always think these reds along the top cushion. Now he's refusing it. If they're tight against the cushion, a lot easier, but once again, this first frame under his belt. And that's a nice little flick off the yellow. So he'll feel a lot more comfortable. He's had his hand on the table. Took them well. Well, he's got a good length with the cue ball, but this red is definitely available. When you're playing them, you always err on the side of hitting them too thin. But maybe a chance here now for Ali to bring these three reds that are clustered together near the top cushion into play. Being 50 points behind, he needs these reds in the open. He's got a chance here.
Doesn't want to catch these thick. The slightest bit too thick. And you won't be able to get the white back to bulk. And just a little bit thick, but he's done well. He's done okay.
Didn't want to risk trying to go back to the balk end. You can understand it in some ways because, of course, he's only got to make one more mistake and you would feel that would be the end of the frame. So I'm trying to keep it tight, but didn't put any pressure on Ronnie's safety there whatsoever. Although Ronnie may not be too pleased with that. Pushed the red a little bit too far down the table. He's got a good cue ball, as you can see. Couldn't be much straighter. Not much angle to work with there. So this calls for good cueing. No, that was difficult. It was almost straight and you're just trying to pinch a bit. Well, he's not left anything. So no harm done. Another chance of a pot. This was the previous one, 10'6", but just off straight, just trying to pinch a bit. This one, he's got a nice angle on the pot here.
Nice pot. Might have landed a little bit straight in the pink. No, he's got an angle. Don't think he's got an angle to cannon the reds on the cushion. So might be forced to play for the red in the bulk area.
Well, screwing back like that, you think, well, is he going to play the double? But
7.
no, I think it's just a safety because I don't think the double's on. Not from where the cue ball is. So trying to get in behind the green, you would have thought.
Ali Carter 7.
And that's good enough. That's good enough. Pretty straightforward, just before the middle pocket. As we say with all these shots, you've got to hit it to the right pace, don't want to hit it too hard. Played it beautifully. Enough as well.
Ali Carter 4.
So Ali Carter puts the cue ball anywhere in the D. But of course his big problem, as we watch Ronnie here, played the thin cut and missed it on the way up, caught it on the way back. Enough. Now, what sort of an angle has he left himself on the black? I think if you were trying to bring them into play, you'd try to get into the two reds that are closest together, but if he hasn't got that angle, he's certainly got the angle to it, the one immediately below the black. Well, he did get in the two reds together and played it really well.
8.
Yeah, he struck that beautifully. Obviously too thin to stay
9.
on the black. A little bit more angle on this pink than he would like. Might have to play it with a touch of right hand side.
Yeah, he wouldn't mind just finding the gap of those two reds. Well, he didn't play with a lot of side, but he's just the pace of it well. As I say, these balls along the cushion, if the ball's tight on the cushion, they just seem to cling a lot better. Is there a gap? Just a gap.
And also, I think he would have more chance of potting if he just played dead weight for the black.
Well, that's what I was thinking there. I mean, for some reason he thought, well, I could miss this, and he's tried to make it into a shot for nothing, and then that makes the pot twice as difficult. Ronnie still needs the two reds, though.
1.
This black will put him 32 points in front with 35 remaining. And he doesn't have to do any heroics whatsoever. Just make certain you pot the red.
8.
And his opponent will need 2 snookers. In it goes. Very tense opening frame, but it looks like it's going the way of Ronnie O'Sullivan, for certain. It certainly is now.
16. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 16.
Doubtful.
And the
And Ali Carter does concede, so it was a hard fought. It took nearly 12 minutes for the first red to be potted, but Ronnie O'Sullivan in the end won it comfortably. 1-0.
So we're well underway, and so it would appear is the Rocket. Although there was a moment in that frame and Ali Carter on the comeback, you thought he might have played that shot on the red a bit more slowly, Steve.
Well, Stephen did as well in the commentary box and commit to it rather than play the sort of the home and away shot. He was hoping, obviously, that if he missed it, the red was going to wobble and get away from the jaws. But John, I mean, you know, we were discussing whether or not you're going to have to commit at this level.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had a game plan that he's used for the last couple of matches. The Judd Trump one, certainly with Stephen Maguire. It's got to go out the window a bit today, because you've got to score when your chances come. You're not going to keep getting them against Ronnie, and that is one you've got to fully commit to. Drop into the pocket, play the correct shot, which was dead weight, and you know, if you miss it, you miss it. But even playing at that pace, it's not going to come away from the jaws that far. So really, as a percentage, it was the wrong thing to do.
And we are being ultra critical of a shot that probably we both have played ourselves. But when you're sitting here watching, and as Stephen said, Stephen Hendry in the commentary box, you can't get a better judge of what's the right shot to try and clear the balls. When you're sitting here watching, certain